So when we're working from here, right, especially when we're on our back, one of the biggest threats we have is our partner just trying to run around our legs. Because the moment Christopher gets around my legs and take those out of the game, it's really hard for me to defend myself down here. I have to carry a lot more of his body weight. I can't bring my legs in to help fend him off. So we want to try to keep our partner in front of our legs until we can make a good connection. Okay? The first drill we're going to start with today is a very simple drill where I put my hands on my thighs here and I put my elbows on the mat. Keep my knees close to my chest. Okay? When I'm here just like this and I'm squared up with Christopher, I'm not really in any imminent danger. Okay? If he tries to come forward and put weight on me, yeah. If he just leans forward, tries to come put weight on me, like I can carry his weight here on my feet really easily. Even if he pushed my feet down and still came forward here and tried to crush me, just like put his weight straight on me, I can carry his weight on my shins here. So I'm pretty safe here. Okay? Now, my hands here help keep my legs up, but my elbows on the mat also help me to move my body around, okay? So I can keep squaring up with Christopher. Sometimes we have people who think they can just run around our guard here. So what we need to do is we need to just follow them and try to stay somewhat square with them. So Christopher looks to move around my guard. Just put my elbow on the mat and I can move side to side. If he's close enough that my feet can touch him, it's super easy for me to follow him. If he's so far away my feet can't touch him, it's pretty easy to just follow him by moving my elbows on the mat. Exactly. You can give him a stupid expression like, "Are you serious, bro?" If he wants to do the jiu-jitsu from out here, okay? He's so far away that he's not gonna teleport in and pass my guard. He has to come close, and when he comes close, I can put my feet on him. If he's out of reach from my feet, I just stay tight, and I just follow him by putting my elbows on the mat and lifting my hips just to follow and square back up. So I take my elbow wide, lift my hips, and I kind of pull myself in just on my elbows. So that's the first thing we're going to play around with. So Christopher stays distant and just moves side to side. And I follow him here with my elbows on the mat. It's also a nice little core warm up here. Okay? And I can just follow him around here. If he gets close, I just put my feet on him. And now when he tries to move around, it's the easiest thing in the world to follow him. Just this connection alone here makes following him so easy. I could do this with my eyes closed all day. It's pretty useless for your partner just to run circles around your guard without making contact, because you can pretty easily follow them around. Sure, you get a little bit sore on your abs, but at some point, Christopher has to close the distance if he wants to do jiu-jitsu, okay? If he just wants to run in circles and look at me moving around weirdly on my back, he's welcome to do so, but he has to get close at some point to actually do jiu-jitsu. And that's where we're looking to connect our feet, okay? Now, someone who's a little bit more experienced or just are here for just a couple of minutes will quickly figure out, okay, I want to get past the legs, so let me put my hands on the legs, right? Here, right? When he puts his hands on my legs, especially like around here mid-shin, he can start to put some pressure into me here. He can start to push my knees towards my chest and kind of squish me in here, okay? We don't want none of that, because when he squishes me in, it's really hard for me to move my legs around. So here is where the hands come in play. I already have my elbows in the mat, so I'm just gonna support my legs by putting my palms here on my thighs. When Christopher tries to push in, he's just basically pushing through my legs, down my elbow, straight into the mat. So from here, he pushes in. I can easily move my feet around and get him to the inside. I swim my feet to the inside, and I kind of hook with the outside of my foot to the inside of his forearm here. Now when Christopher tries to run around my legs, I just lift my hips slightly, and I follow him, no problem. This costs zero strength for me, okay? So our elbow is already on the mat. When we put our hands here to support our thighs, it's difficult for Christopher to squish us in. It's basically impossible if we stay in correct posture. So test number one I want you to do here is to see if your partner can squish your knees to your chest. So Christopher tries to squish me. If I don't have my hands in place, you can hear it on my breath. It's no fun. Now when I support my thighs, He can push all he wants. Nothing's going to happen here. This, I use zero muscle here. It's all structure in the arms and the legs. Okay, second thing. Let's say Christopher comes in here. He pushes in my legs, okay? Now he's going to look to flank me, okay? If I have my feet connected to his forearms on the inside here, hooking, when he tries to flank, I should follow him pretty easy. All right, so test number 2, connect to the forearm. So guys, I actively hook with this side of my foot here to his forearm, here. He tries to run around. I should follow him very easily. A lot easier than before, okay? And test number 3, Christopher pushes my feet down. He gets an angle, and he tries to collapse my knees, okay? So if I don't have my hand on my thigh here and I don't take my elbow out, if Christopher pushes my knees to the side, I collapse. Show it to the other side. So look, he runs around here. If I have my hand here, I can keep my knee up, no problem. If I don't, he pushes my knees to the mat, and now my position's compromised, okay? So that's the third test. If your partner gets past your feet, if they can collapse your knees to the mat, you're out of position, okay? So we're just gonna test these 3. So number 1, the squish test. This is without frames. This is with frames. Number 2, the connection test. Here, try to run around my guard. And number 3, the collapse test. He runs around and he tries to push the knees down. Without the frame, it looks something like this. Oops. With the frame, again, just pure structure. Takes zero muscular effort on my side, okay? And that's always something that's appreciated. So let's just run through these tests with our partner and play around with these concepts here. On 3, 1, 2, 3.